Make a buttercream, really decadent chocolate icing. I've got with me two helpers today. So we have Koki, say hello.
Hello.
Okay, and we have Duda, say hello.
Hello.
Okay, so this is a really quick video. I show 100 grams of dark chocolate. This looks absolutely scrumptious. Okay, so you can mix that. Okay, so mix it. Okay, let's grab our bowl. And I've got 200 grams of butter going in. I've got 400 grams of icing sugar. Now icing sugar can get quite crumbly, so you need to make sure you run it by a sieve to make sure all the grains and all the granules become quite fine on here. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of. Okay, you have to learn to share. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit of the icing sugar, and we're gonna put it on low because it can create an icing sugar volcano. So I'm gonna put it on low and mix that in. This I'm gonna make sure I use a little bit of milk because it gets quite thick. Again, if you notice, the butter is the icing sugar is actually double the grams of the butter. Okay, so mixing time now. Okay, so a lovely chocolate is going to go in now because the icing is getting quite thick. Again, this is 100 grams of rich, squeezed dark chocolate going in. The richer the chocolate is, the better your cake tastes.
I want milk.
We'll put the milk in later. I'm just trying to scrape it. Gotta scrape every last drop of this baby. Okay. Okay. Right, I'm mixing that in now. I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl. And the last batch of icing sugar is going to go in. That in. As my husband will always say, waste not, want not. So you have to make sure everything goes in. You do your scraping very well. Quite thick and obviously not spreadable. So I'm going to put in some milk.
Mommy, I pig.
Yeah, some milk. Okay. And make sure we get that properly mixed in. So full speed ahead. Again, our chocolate syrup is going to come in handy here. So I'm just going to put a little bit, that should be about 2 tablespoons full, and mix that in with the last batch of milk. Okay, so buttercream is done. And how you can know when to stop mixing is the buttercream would start to make ripples in the mixture. So that shows that it's ready to go. So we're going to keep that aside, and as soon as the cakes are ready, we'll get it iced. Right, so we have the cake here, it's nice and cooled, and we have our icing sugar. So I'm just going to buttercream, I meant to say. Okay, I'm just going to do a rough icing. You can see it's nice and spreadable, which makes it so much easier to get it on the cake. So it's a sandwich cake, which basically means you have frosting in the middle as well as frosting on the top. Okay, just a little bit of layer here. As I said, this is just a homemade rough icing. The important thing is making sure your icing is fabulously tasty. Okay, I'm just going to put this. This is quite tricky, so stay with me.
Can you put in cake?
Yes.
It's Is the cake ready?
Yes, it's a cake.
Mommy, this is now.
Okay.
What with ice cream?
Okay, so I popped this in the freezer just to make it a little bit hard. And then your second layer of icing can go in. So let's bring that closer. But it really is okay as it is. If you don't like too much icing, then you don't have to do this step. Okay, so this is just smoothing it out a little. Oh, I can't wait to taste this cake. We'll have a taste together. Okay, so we're just going to pop some strawberries on just to make it nice and put you in that holiday mood. And it's time to have a taste. Okay, so I'm just going to let's taste this cake. Okay. Right. So a little bit of that in here. Taste that. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can taste the chocolate, it's very rich, not too sweet, and it's got that whole, you know, the cocoa flavor coming through, and it's so soft and moist. So I hope you've had a blast. I've had a blast just being with you today, and I hope you will try out this recipes. Please send in your pictures to our Facebook page so we can share ideas and all of our tips and tricks. So till then, from me to you, make sure you get baking and do have a happy holiday.